There we go. Hey guys, it's Dwayne Huff, founder and CEO of I.N.F.L.U.E.N.C.E Seminars, coming to you from beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana. Listen, if you've not been to New Orleans, Louisiana in the spring, you must get over here. Look how gorgeous this place is. The weather is perfect. It's breezy, it's relatively cool, it's warming up here. I'm in the alley between St. Louis Cathedral and my favorite place over here. It's a Pirate Alley. Tony Stevie's Pirate Alley, an old absinthe house. And today, I'm working remotely. Check this out, pretty cool, right? Today I'm working remotely and I wanted to come to you. There we go. And talk about probably one of the most important conversations. If you want to sell more of your products and services consistently, no matter what business you're in, whether you're a business owner, entrepreneur, sales professional, sales manager, if you want to sell more of your products and services consistently, there's a conversation that most sales professionals don't have, which is why they're not achieving ongoing, sustainable sales growth. And I want to have that talk with you today about what will benefit you. For those of you who don't know me, my website is www.influenceseminars.com. Small, medium, and large size businesses call upon me when they're trying to achieve ongoing sustainable sales growth. And when I talk to business professionals, sales professionals, sales managers that are crushing it, but inconsistently, they always ask me, they say, Dwayne, how do we reach that consistency and do it predictably time and time again? And I say, well, here's the thing, guys. Sales training and selling skills and product knowledge are not enough. They have not been enough for the longest time. That's why sometimes they find themselves on the sales roller coaster. The numbers are up, profits are up, next month they're down, it's unpredictable, it's seasonal, and it just doesn't sustain itself. So what's the catch? What do you do? Where's the gap? What's the gap between product knowledge, sales training, and ongoing sustainable sales growth? Or sales growth that you can actually predict and sustain and plan for and not be on the roller coaster. And I believe that gap can be summarized by one thing. It's your level of influence. And that's why I call my company I.N.F.L.U.E.N.C.E Seminars. But let me be specific. Specifically, here, what I would tell them is, in increasing your influence above and beyond your sales conversations and product knowledge, you've got to be able to do the following. You've got to be able to have a conversation that creates value for your customer or prospect, especially when that value or that I'm getting distracted. One day out in front of St. Louis Cathedral. The privileges of my job, being able to work remotely at times when I'm not in with a client. Being able to have a conversation with a customer or prospect when you hit a wall, when they say no, when it doesn't appear like you're going to be able to find a solution that's going to serve them, that you're going to lose the sale, and that it's not going to create a win-win outcome for you or the customer or your company. So how do you bridge that gap? Well, first and foremost, I'm not sure where exactly this notion comes from, but one of the first things that we have to do is get the customer to a place where they're saying no to whatever we're recommending, proposing, or trying to solve for them. Get them in a place where they do say no, force them to that as fast as possible, not pushy, not pressure, but create that tension in them and make it okay for them to say no, because when they do, they lower their walls and they're not as resistant. And it's only then when you can say, well, Mr. Customer, Mr. Prospect, look, it may not work out, we might not have anything for you here, but here's the critical conversation. But let's back up here for a second, knowing that we probably can't work together, or that this might not work out. What you've done is you've just lowered their walls. By the way, if you'd like to know more about how to do this specifically within your sales role or for your team, run over to www.influenceseminars.com or reach out to me personally. Let's start a conversation. I'll help you strategize. But anyway, so you have to be able to say, okay, I acknowledge that this might not be a good fit. Let's save face and come back another day. And you're just basically lowering the walls. And then you start this conversation. You say, okay, based on this and the fact that we can't really go in this direction or we haven't found a solution, let me ask you a question. Have you considered? What would you think of? Have you tried? What about this? What are your thoughts? What would you consider? What if we could? This is a conversation in the sales process that's really infused with negotiation skills training. You know, a lot of people think, oh, negotiation skills, I don't negotiate, I can't negotiate my prices, my company doesn't allow me to discount prices. I even heard a sales guru say, you don't want to negotiate as a salesperson, all you're doing is lowering your price, and that's just the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Only 10% of negotiations is about dollars and cents. But whenever you hit a wall, or when you're being nickel and dimed by a client, you've got to find a solution that creates value for the customer or the prospect that's not already there. In other words, they don't see value, you've not created any value, you've not offered any value, and they're about to move on and go somewhere else because they don't have value. So by starting the conversation, suppose that, what if, how about, would you consider, be ready for the customer to say, nope, don't want it, no, we've tried it, no, that's not gonna work, no, we can't do that, no, we don't have the budget for it, and they're gonna no, 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 which is exactly what you want. But this conversation is non-committal. You're not asking them to commit anything, you're not committing anything, you're spitballing ideas, and they're gonna put up resistance at first. So instead of give up, suppose that, what if, how about, would you consider conversation that you're having with the customer or prospect will turn into this. After you've gotten them to know, after you've lowered their walls, and you keep suggesting, suppose that, what if, how about, would you consider, what would you think of, what if we did later? I'm not committing, you're not committing, right? What's gonna happen is the customer or the prospect eventually is gonna go, wait, back up? Wait, you said, let's go back to that. We can't do all this stuff you're talking about. That's not gonna happen, that won't fly, but you mentioned this over here. Tell me more about that. What you've just done is a ninja negotiation strategy, which is you started to pull the person over into a co-creation mode without any threat of commitment. And when you do that, there's a saying I love, one of my mentors, John Maxwell, said it, people support what people help create. The problem is, as sales professionals, we want to try to take our selling skills and our product knowledge and try to show something to somebody, or give something to somebody, or do something for somebody that they don't already value. And when we do that, we get the resistance. But if we can co-create, by doing that simple process that most salespeople don't have, by getting them to know and making them okay with that, the wall's lowered, and then saying, suppose that, what if, how about, would you consider, and allowing them to come back and say, well, wait a minute, let's back up, and you co-create, that's where you bridge the gap between sales training, selling skills, product knowledge, and achieving ongoing sustainable sales growth. Because most times whenever you're selling, 3% of the people are gonna be ready to buy. 30% can be persuaded, 30% will not be persuaded no matter what you do. And so you've got to work on the 30%. And there's another equation, I'm forgetting the numbers there, but it's 3, 30, and 30, right? But 3% of the people are ready to buy. That's who your competitors are going for. It's the 30% that if you can have those conversations with them, will make all the difference in the world, and you will create aligned value that will bridge the gap between sales training, sales knowledge, product knowledge, and ongoing sustainable sales growth. So if I can help you more with this process, I'm willing to strategize with you. Reach out to me. Let's have a conversation. I'm trying to see who was watching there. And let's strategize. Let's jump on a call, strategize. Drop a comment below. If you have a question below, do it. Like this page if you like these lives. Share this with somebody who could benefit, a sales professional, a sales manager. And run over to www.influenceseminars.com if you're a sales manager, a sales VP, or a sales professional. And let's talk about how I can serve and help you. In the meantime, I'm going to go take advantage and be a part of this beautiful city, New Orleans, Louisiana, the French Quarter. In the springtime, if you have not gotten this way, beautiful artists, wonderful people, and lots of people on vacation because it's the perfect time to be here. Look how beautiful that is. One of the benefits we get as sales professionals is having freedom and flexibility to be able to work pretty much on our own pace, autonomously. Take advantage of that, but start by having those conversations with your customers so that you can create aligned value, sell more consistently, exceed your goals, and be able to have options and margin in your life. Have a great day, guys. If I can be of service, reach out to me. Run over to www.influenceseminars.com. Let's talk about how to make this work in your world. Have a great day.